How you doing? Len Haggerty here at New Generation Lacrosse. Coming to you today, I wanted to talk about kind of a conversation I had with one of my adult clients who likes to participate in a lot of the athletic development type of training that I do with a lot of the lacrosse athletes. And we started talking about sports on TV and the current NBA basketball and other viewing of professional sports. And one thing he started talking about was how a lot of the things that we do actually he is noticing and seeing with these professional athletes. And as our conversation went on, I continued to mention how it correct, and that's what we're trying to do is to teach him, but actually with our lacrosse athletes and all the other athletes within our programs here. Kind of that's what our goal is to take the movements that are done on the field, lacrosse field, and we break them down, and then obviously we put them back into movements that occur in lacrosse. And so the one thing that I a lot of times try to reiterate to our athletes is when you're watching sports, particularly lacrosse or any other sport, is try to notice what the athletes do and how their bodies move. That's how you're going to get a better idea of the purpose of when you go to your training workout, the emphasis that it actually does apply. And so a lot of times when we're working with our athletes, we're discussing, how these movements occur, how we break them down, how they apply in the sport, and when it's important, and that they actually do occur, and to really allow that to set in. And it's important to try to see that when others are playing. And so if you're watching college lacrosse or any of the MLL or NLL professional games, see how they're moving. Watch their hips, watch their footwork, watch their stick work. A lot of times we get caught up in the image of the athlete along with following the ball. But look at how their mechanics of how they run and how they dodge and what's going on with their fakes and when they flash and their rolls. That's what's going to allow you to simulate and better understand the concepts that are being applied through a strength coach or any of the programs that we're doing here at New Generation Lacrosse. If you've checked out the website and videos there for. So again, what I'm emphasizing here is know what to watch for when you're watching sports. So whether it's professionals, collegiate, or even high school athletes, and see what athletes are doing well, what they're not, how they could become better, because it's going to set in for you a little bit better as an athlete in terms of, geez, how that applies. Or you get the idea of, geez, you see one athlete who really has great hip swivel and can recover defensively much better than others that don't. Because those are the little things that when you identify those in other athletes, it helps you to bring them a part of your game that much better. So again, thinking about when you're watching collegiate or professional lacrosse or even other high school lacrosse games, kind of notice how the athletes move, notice what goes on. That's what I do. That's how I kind of watch sport. Again, that's my profession. That's what I like to do is to see how bodies move, certainly in the field of play. But I think you as an athlete will get a lot out of it, especially as a young athlete. So understand what to look for. Once again, this is Len Haggerty at New Generation Lacrosse.